Whew, okay, let me see the note. Oh, a conduct referral from the principal. Oh, yeah, Dad is not going to be too happy about this. So how did all of this start? Mm-hmm. Well, I think with conduct that it's saying, all of us in the family would be disappointed. But I still want to hear you out, and I want to understand where this is all coming from so we can possibly develop some type of solution. So, by all means, please continue. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got it. So, I got a couple of questions. Did this student do anything to intentionally provoke you, like saying something bad about you, interrupting any of your conversations, anything to just kind of provoke you? No? So they were just minding their own business and not bothering anyone, correct? All right. And do they have any history, to the best of your knowledge, of causing any problems with anyone you may know or any strangers that you may have walked by? Anything like that? No. Okay. And whose idea was it to mess with this kid? I see. Well, based on your testimony, little brother, there's going to be some big questions coming forward, and I'm actually going to ask a few of them. So, being that there was no justifiable reason to do so, you were not in any position of being harmed by this kid. What made you think it was okay to bother them when they were minding their own business? You prejudged them based on really just their appearance and also their own personal interests. You put your hands on them, which is basically assault or battery. You take them somewhere against their will, which is kidnapping. By law, that's a felony. And then you pursue to throw them into the dumpster and throw additional trash at them, which is another charge of battery, basically. What made you feel that doing something like that was okay? You didn't think what? So you did not think it was that bad, and other popular classmates were doing it. So here's another question. When you got caught by school faculty, were any of your friends or classmates who you normally hang with, were any of them around when you basically got caught? Or were you at that point the fall guy? So it sounds like they just abandoned you, right? Hold up, it's Dad. Yeah, yeah, we're talking about it right now. He showed me the conduct note. Oh, yeah, there's no way around that. You got it, Dad. I'll handle it. Little brother, it's most likely going to be a real rough road ahead. The school was given video evidence of the whole event, and they made the decision to have you expelled. And if this kid's parents press charges, you could be looking at some serious time in juvenile lockup. And that's assuming the prosecution does not try you as an adult, or the sentencing does not carry over to when you become an adult. Yes, all of this over what you thought to be just a little bullying. And why should it matter how big or small the bullying is? It's a form of misconduct, is it not? And I wonder what that student you terrorized was thinking. Geez, all of this when I was just minding my own business? And really, this hits home for me too. Don't you recall my story of being bullied? Now, it may not have been as bad as what you just did, but that's not the point. No one should ever be disrespected, especially when they're minding their own business. Honestly, little brother, there really is not much any of us can do for you considering the facts. We most likely will have to go to court, and there's no guarantee that kid or their parents will accept your apology, even if it is sincere. Text message. It's from Dad. The verdict's in. Kid's parents are pressing charges. Well, at this point, like I said, we go to court, and ultimately the judge decides what your penalty will be. Once in a while, you get a judge that is creative with penalties, so just maybe. But the best advice I can give you is you own up to your misconduct. Don't make any excuses for it and accept the consequences as you should. Brother, this is how the real world works. Misconduct has consequences, and just because the others may not have gotten caught before, every time something like this happens, it leaves a pattern, and eventually it all comes back full circle. And if you really are having trouble understanding this and how cruel it is what you did, here's a scenario for you. Picture our little sister being treated like what you did to that kid. Would you not want that perpetrator to face consequences? Here's an important thing about life, brother. You gotta practice what you preach. Hypocrisy is one of the main problems in human society today. What's more, you need to pick your scenarios of fun very carefully. If your idea of fun is by enjoying other people's agony and suffering, I myself question whether you really have a conscience. And another word of advice, choose your friends very wisely. If you have to engage in heinous behaviors just to have friends, I'd say by circumstantial evidence, they might not be actual friends. I mean, look where they are now. Do you think they're going to show up on your court date, maybe turn themselves in with you? According to Dad, none of them were in the video footage. So at best, if the kid testifies against them, the court might take that as enough evidence to convict the rest of them, to which you may also have to make a choice if the court asks you to confirm their involvement. At the end of the day, little brother, you made a bad decision. But that does not mean you have to continue making bad decisions. You can still do something positive with it. Depending on how things turn out in court, the sooner you consider turning your life around, you can at least be at peace with yourself. I'm still here with you to help. You just need to make sure you hold up your end. All right then, let the change begin. The first step to resolving a problem with ourselves is acknowledging the elements involved as such. Let's get started.